Mask On, Mask Off, Episode 1, Lyceum, with Pedro Guzman, Andrew Alva, Zach Herrera. Let's go. All right, guys, welcome back. As promised, we are giving our first episode as fast as possible. Down and Dirty is going to be about masks. Whether you should wear them or not, how you should react, more importantly, or even act if you see somebody wearing it or not wearing it.
And the thing is, we're not telling people what to do. We're just giving our opinion on the subject.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's, at any time, while our advice may be professional, it is not licensed. So listeners' discretion is advised. That's all up on you. But links will be in the description for the two videos. What's happening in the videos pretty much is fighting about people not wearing a mask. More so than not, or not wearing a mask.
It's just about people getting crazy about masks.
Yep.
Some people are crazy about wearing masks. Some people are crazy about not wearing masks.
Exactly.
And we have 40 minutes, right?
Yep, we're going to cut it at the 40 mark.
So the timer already started. We're in our 40 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen those videos, pause this, click in the description, go look, then come back, listen to our take. All right. So,
all right, Pedro, kick it off for us.
I'm starting off with the pizza guy. Okay, the pizza guy, nothing happened to him, and he's lucky nothing happened to him. Because, unfortunately, what you saw there was a man with incredible patience, but also he let that man abuse him. And guess what? He's going to go on thinking, okay, he acted that way. I can go on to the next person and keep acting that way.
Yeah, well, he's probably been acting like that since he was a kid.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the guy in the guy in the hoodie, I mean, to me, he did the right thing. Like, he showed an insane amount of self-control, and he just left the situation. Like, in that situation, you don't want to get hit with a charge for fighting in a pizza shop, because at that point, dude, you're fighting.
Well, I wouldn't have even per se fought with him. You can. I know. It might have escalated there. I'll be honest, ladies and gentlemen. It might have gone there, but
it would have. That guy was heated in the mask,
dude.
But I would have tried to do some de-escalation tactics. Right? He's up behind this guy, not giving any personal room. So he's, for military guys out there, he's a certain macadamia nut next to his.
I don't know what that means.
Well, I'm just trying to say nut to butt, but I'm trying to be. He's up on him.
He's real close.
I'm trying to keep it PG.
And his concern.
What does that mean? Macadamia nut.
Well, I was trying not to say nut to butt, but I just said it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the guy in the mask is supposedly concerned because the other guy's not wearing a mask, but he's so concerned that he gets within inches of this guy.
Yeah, he's in the back of his ear screaming in his head, basically.
And his mask isn't fully on.
And his mask isn't even all the way.
So he cares a lot about the mask wearing.
Okay, so one observation. The guy is
in my personal space.
Idiot. Yeah, okay.
That's
two.
I'm putting myself in this situation.
Yeah.
You're in my personal space, right? I'm not going to freak out because honestly, I'm not some guy who's like iffy about that stuff. People can come close, but if I don't know you, I'm just going to say, "Hey, can you give me a little space?" Or, "Hey, you're a little close, man."
Yeah. Well, that guy was obviously a psycho because he pushed over that cabinet or whatever it was in the store. So he obviously does not care about.
Yeah. That's when he was screaming assault too, huh?
Yeah.
Because the guy in the hoodie pushes him off so he can get some space, and he just starts going off. He assaulted me. He assaulted me.
Which is weird because all he did was turn to start leaving the shop with his pizza. All he did was turn. And then, you know what?
That dude is crazy.
He's double lucky because guess what? Not only did the guy have extreme patience and he probably was just tired or something. I don't know.
Everyone's different. He could have been scared. That guy was going off.
He looked super calm. Yeah. He didn't look scared. To me, he looked annoyed. And I
didn't get a good look at his face, but usually
just his body language, he's like, all right, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it looked dark. So I'll say this. It's nighttime. I've gone to the gym at nighttime, and I've actually went out to go get a pizza right after the gym. I know that makes no sense. And then go back home, doing the exact same thing this guy did. If that would have happened, I probably would have been like, dude, I'm already maxed out. I'm not even going to react or acknowledge this guy's existence. Take my pizza, leave.
Well, what do you guys think though about the mask?
What? Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go first on this. The mask, you can wear it if you want.
No, what do you think?
Oh, what do I think? I am saying what I think. I'm telling you how I react to people wearing the mask. You can do whatever you want. Whatever makes you feel most comfortable, most safe. Ladies and gentlemen, honestly, this is a free country. You can wear the Batman outfit when it's nowhere near October in front of me. I'll probably high-five you because you look cool. I'm that geek. And won't mind it 1 ounce. Now, you're talking about me personally, whether they're wearing the mask or not. I don't want to wear the mask. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
I'm not with the cult.
Why not?
Yeah, because the 3 of us are sitting here closer than 6 feet apart, and none of us are wearing masks. We don't live together. We're not family.
Oh, sir.
So,
we are family.
Okay,
You guys
we're
are my
family.
brothers.
Yeah. We don't live together.
So if you want to get down to the nitty gritty of why I'm doing it, I don't believe a mask is going to stop whether I get sick or die or not. I don't believe it's going to actually help somebody else stop getting sick or die or not. When it's your time.
But what about the scientists, Pedro?
No, scientists don't trump God in this situation. They don't control whether someone dies or not. So that's it's all completely
Okay, so do you
them.
think that COVID-19
is real? Yes.
Okay.
Wait, you didn't even let him finish the question.
Right. But the whole reason behind this wearing masks is COVID-19.
Yep.
So that must mean that you think that it's either not real or not as severe as people are making it out to be.
It's the latter, I think.
Or he might think that there's another prevention method besides masks. I don't know.
You are both correct. The latter of what Zach said, meaning it's not as severe as everyone thinks it is. Yes, I think this is my threshold.
Are people dying from it?
I think you're 55. Yeah, people are dying for it.
Sounds pretty severe.
For it?
From it.
Okay.
If you're 55 and over, or you have pre-existing conditions that would, pertain to cardiovascular stuff or immune system, then yeah, I think you should be more careful. Or, sorry, that's not a word. Careful, and walk around with a little bit more caution. But I cannot all of a sudden cater my life to you, right? I'll do the best I can, but
what do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean? Wear a mask?
Yeah, wear a mask. Can't do it. Sorry.
Okay, all right, hold up. I mean,
yeah. It's
all right.
position.
So I kind of put you in a tough spot there.
No. It's good.
Now I'll go
Okay.
since I think that last part was crazy. I do think that COVID-19 is 100% real. It is. It is 100% real, no doubt about it. Is it being over dramatized? I think a little bit. I personally know a few people that have gotten it. I don't know anybody who's died from it. I do know a large amount of people, so I think if it was as contagious, as severe as it's being made out to be, I think I would know a few more people personally that have it.
Right. Do you think it's here already amongst us, COVID-19?
The 3 of us?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Do you think everybody's caught it already?
No.
No.
Nah, I don't. But in terms of the mask wearing, I think that everybody should have the choice to wear or not wear a mask, right?
Yes. So when you walk into a store and it says must wear a mask,
I think that's totally fine.
That's totally fine.
I think that's totally fine because store owners have the right to, you don't wear a shirt, you don't get served. We all seen that.
But I don't think that's a store owner thing. I think it's
no, that's a store.
No, that's a store owner.
Because
that's not.
Regardless of if COVID-19 didn't exist and a store owner wanted to say, you got to wear a mask in here, they have every right to say that, and I think that that's fine. I also think that, to Pedro's point at the very end of what he was saying, is I can't change my life to cater to your needs. That's extreme because how hard is it to wear a mask? And I'm not saying we should all wear masks or we all have to wear masks. I'm just saying it's not that big of an inconvenience.
No. Well, let me be a little bit more clear with my position. I've been driving around seeing people alone in their car wearing a mask.
Yeah, I think I saw that yesterday and I started laughing.
I jog on a regular basis, and I see people who I also usually jog, like I'll see them at a certain part of the day. They're also jogging past me wearing a mask. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to wear a mask 24/7.
No, you do not.
There are even some reports of people saying, yeah, we're wearing a mask in our house. This is getting at so now I think you might see where I'm coming from. I'm not changing my life that route. Now I'll be kosher with you if someone politely asks me, "Hey man, my grandma's in here," or I'm a little bit older, and you're kind of in my vicinity, I'll be like, "Of course, brother." And I keep my mask in my pocket. I got my mask right here. Yeah. I'll put it on for you.
Yeah.
But if you come at me, see, this is the two different directions you can go. If you come at me nicely, politely, I'll come at you nicely, politely, and I might even do what you say. But when you say, put your freaking mask on, like you see in these videos and those links, or you should be wearing your mask, like you have some command over my life.
Yeah, I don't think anybody should talk to anybody else like that.
Then you're not going to get any other response from Pedro, but I'm sorry, I can't talk to you. Goodbye.
Yeah, all right. That's cool. But at the like what I was saying, though, before is obviously you've got very different opinions on this topic. Oh, you have, and a lot of people that we know, they don't mind the mask thing. So, we'll hang out, no mask. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, cool, I respect that. But some people we know want other people to wear masks. Perfect. And I respect that too, though, because it's like, all right, if they care that much about it and they strongly believe that it's going to help, I might not necessarily believe the same thing, but for the sake of them, like just looking out for them and trying to help them, I don't mind wearing a mask.
Right. So, okay. Yeah, it's funny too because that we're talking about that, like scenarios like that, because my cousin, she lives in Las Vegas and she recorded it on her phone. She had her baby with her, and she said she just posted a video, and there was a guy in Home Depot following her, and he's doing that. He's saying, "Put on your mask, you're putting everyone in danger." He's following her around the store. She was on Instagram Live or whatever, Instagram TV or whatever, and he's just following her around the store saying that in a loud voice. And
dude, in the second video, in the link in the description, woman throws hot coffee on a dude who was out there outside.
The girl threw the coffee on him?
It was a girl. It was actually the girl, because there's so much to talk about in that video.
Yeah. But that was a guy and a girl, though, right?
That was a guy and a girl.
Okay.
His girlfriend.
And on the benches, it was two guys.
Two guys minding their own business, sitting outside. They were a little bit away from each other, and they're approached by different people who it's not like they're friends. It's not even their acquaintances. Never met these people before. All she does is come up and put your mask on. You should be wearing your mask. Dude, basic human interaction does not go down like that.
People think they have authority.
Well,
people want to think they're making a difference.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's why in the later half of that video, that woman got her man a bloody nose. Now, I'm not saying I advocate the dude who punched the guys in the face reaction, but come on, you cannot be walking out in this world thinking everybody is like us right here, where we're going to be gracious, kind.
Yeah.
We don't.
So what about the people who think, oh, I'm not going to wear a mask at all? Like, this government can't tell me what to do. This is a free country. I'm going to prove to you, that I'm American. And they walk into the stores that say must be wearing a mask, and they say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm an American. You can't tell me what to do.
I think they're overzealous, but
it's the same. It's on the same spectrum, though. They're overzealous, just like that person saying you have to wear a mask. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of hard to find your spot in the middle. Yeah. Of just, okay, I'm going to wear my mask because those people think you're stupid, and then okay, I'm not going to wear my mask because the people think you're stupid. So it's
well, there's almost, like you said, it's kind of hard to find that middle ground because most people seem to feel very strongly one way or the other. Yeah. There's not a lot of people who are just like, I respect it and I'll do it, or I respect it and I won't do it,
Because I'm not going to lie. When I walk into a store and I'm standing in line and there's someone standing there next to me and they're not wearing a mask and I feel kind of stupid.
For wearing a mask?
Thank you.
Yeah, because I don't like wearing it.
Thank you. Zach's coming out, everybody. All right, Zach.
Sometimes I got to wear my daughter's mask if I forget mine. And I'm wearing a pink mask. and the guy next to me,
breast cancer awareness.
The guy next to me is not wearing one. I feel like an idiot. And he looks at me like I'm an idiot, too, every time.
I don't need a mask.
Yeah.
I'm a man. Look at you.
Freaking sissy.
Dude,
With your pink mask.
imagine putting this beard on my face in a mask. How uncomfortable it is.
Beards always look cool, dude.
Well, no. I'm talking about comfortability.
Oh, comfortable.
It's
Yeah,
like-
but okay, real quick. If we could talk about how effective masks are or are not,
Okay.
and I think it is strictly opinion, because you have scientists that say masks are extremely effective and they reduce the spread by X%, but then you have other scientists who say they're not effective, and the cloth masks that we wear, the fabric is spread too wide and the virus can go directly through the
Right.
material. So you have scientists who have differing opinions on this. So as common people like us and the rest of the United States population, it's straight up opinion.
Yeah.
Even though everybody wants to say, well, I see more of the mask wearers throwing out scientific data than the non-mask wearers. Usually it's the mask wearers throwing out scientific data, and the non-mask wearers go in the direction that you were talking about, Zach. Like, I'm an American, I don't have to do this.
Right.
But it still is opinion.
Which is true.
So when does this become too much of a problem? Because like you said, putting on a mask is not that much of a hassle. But
Well, I
when
wrote it
does
down.
it become too much?
Well, I wrote it down. It's when it's a threshold. The contention, I think, here is having a genuine concern or exerting control over someone. That's where you have to you have to be able to critically analyze the situation and really say, is there anybody over 55 here or with a condition in my vicinity, like those two gentlemen outside eating their burritos, minding their own business, that can get infected? Is there anyone near them that's at risk? Or am I feeling as if, since I have to wear the mask, I want you to wear it too? So I'm going to use what my freedom of speech to exert control over you.
All right. So what I was more along the lines going for was as far as like authority and rules. Not really the efficiency of masks.
But where, like, are you talking about the government?
I'm talking about when, because right now everyone supposedly should be or has to be wearing a mask in public. When's the next step where it's like, okay,
Where are they taking us?
where are they taking us? Like, where's this heading?
We're on an
Is it
interesting
a
journey.
Yeah.
Because
That's the question.
Because obviously we see that if people are protesting,
Uh-huh.
well, a lot of them were wearing a mask to hide their identity, but
But a
lot of them
were not.
a lot of people were not, and our government did not have a problem with that, which is understandable. They are kind of scared to have a problem with it.
Can you explain to us where it may be not a problem to wear a mask, where nobody has a problem with it?
At a protest, it is okay to not wear masks.
Oh, you're still calling them protests?
Apparently.
Yeah.
That's the way it seems.
Wait, it seems like a protest?
No, it seems like it's okay to not wear a mask at a protest.
Right.
Okay,
Did you see where in that where Trump was talking the other day? And just to be clear, I am not, I'm not a full Trump supporter. I'm not a full anything. I'm just talking about what happened the other day when he was talking.
We'll get into politics.
I'll put it on
at
record.
some point.
Okay.
At some point.
Yeah.
But I will also say I'm neither Democrat nor Republican.
okay.
But did you see that when the reporter said, "Oh, the people here, here gathering to watch you or whatever support you, they're not practicing social distancing," and he said, "Well, actually, you could, if you wanted to, you could call this a peaceful protest." And then he was like, "Oh man, that guy didn't say anything after that." But
Yeah, because he shot the whole point that guy was trying to do right in the center point head. He took it out, like, boom.
And that's my problem with this is people are the government, I should say, whoever, are picking and choosing when it's okay to do stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Like,
But
you need to wear a mask when you're at work or when you're with your friends
Or when you're driving alone.
or when you're driving alone or when you're in church worshiping. But if you are going to stand in big crowds, for what you believe in, or if something tragic happens and you guys are going to do a peaceful, in quotations, protest, you don't have to wear a mask. You can basically do whatever you want.
Okay, one second. Let me say something, because I feel like we've also been sympathizing a lot, like we should, for the person who's arguing wear the mask. Like Andrew said, they're bringing up factual data points. I also want to acknowledge what we just said. when we're talking about that one who's saying, I'm an American, this is my rights, I want to be free. What if the reason they are like that now is because, remember, we said that we're on a journey. What if some of them, like I think they do, already see where we're going?
Right, where are we going?
That's why they're already they're reaching they might be at the logical conclusion of these guys are just trying to take over my life, like not in a manner that would be any kind of reasonable, but in a tyrannical fashion. And they're just already like, nope, not doing this. They have, I think rightfully so, planted their flag here and said, no, this is the hill I die on. That's where I would say they're at, and that's where I just wanted to sympathize with them.
Okay, so those guys are thinking bigger picture.
Yep.
We're not gonna let this go farther than it's going right now.
Yep.
What, Andrew? Andrew's got to say something.
Andrew's ready.
I mean,
Fire.
let's be honest. I don't think a lot of these people are thinking bigger picture.
Well, I don't know a lot of them.
How was the United States founded? On rebellion against what they
peaceful rebellion. No one got killed.
Wait,
it was
what?
a war.
I was
bro.
gonna
Like,
say, what
Well,
is
no.
slaughtering people?
The Revolutionary War.
Oh yes, very violent, very violent. That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. I'll take
so
that.
They
I'll take
didn't
that.
like the taxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they said they leveraged the freedom of religion as their reason. But I mean, that's how the country's been since its foundation is rebellion, and I should be able to do what I want, and I should exercise my rights, and this and this and this and this and this. And that's where I think most of the people are at. I don't think they're critically thinking about the long-term impacts. They may be.
I think some of them are, dude.
I think there are some, for sure. I don't think it's the large majority, though. But maybe I'm wrong.
No, it's not. It's not about being wrong or right here. It's about it. We're just thinking about these things. We're putting it on the table and saying, hey.
There's so much to be put on the table. Oh, my gosh.
And yeah, and the problem is, the reason why I took that moment to sympathize with the other one is because I don't want anybody out there, both sides, to feel like we're just,
but the legitimacy,
the table is where we're taking things seriously.
Yeah.
I don't want them slid off the table.
Us,
like that.
I think, okay, on one side of it, you have people who are wearing masks because they're concerned about the spread of this virus.
Agreed.
Whereas, I mean, okay, I think the virus, it's a real thing. We talked about it. But it doesn't appear to be as dangerous as it seems. And why does the United States have higher death count and higher numbers than the other countries?
Because we have more people and we're more condensely packed together.
Maybe. China is really populated.
I don't trust anything coming out of China.
Yes, okay. That's what I was going to say, though. How are the numbers being reported by each country?
Who knows what China's doing?
Yeah. There's talks of the United States padding numbers because hospitals get paid for COVID deaths, right? I was trying to confirm the legitimacy of that this morning, but I couldn't talk because we know a lot of people in the medical field. We have one contact that would know that I didn't get to talk to this morning. But so if the hospitals are paid for a COVID death, they have it in their interest to report more deaths because they will get more money.
Of course.
So it would make sense that we would have higher numbers if that is true. I have not confirmed if that's true or not.
Well, it's true because there was a gentleman who died in a motorcycle accident, and they reported him as a COVID death. And they said, well, he might have had something cardiovascularly go wrong as the handlebars shot through his skull.
Is this true?
No. I'm just imagining it, but that what?
Wait. So this is not true.
No. That is true. A motorcycle accident was reported as a COVID death, but I'm just giving a funny take on what could have been written on his death certificate.
He might have stopped breathing, and that's why he swerved out of control.
Yeah, insanity.
It's sad.
Yeah, I don't know why you would lie on somebody's death like that, but
to get paid.
To
get paid.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I would
thank you for the
definitely
answer.
lie on that.
Yeah.
But
so
I'm thinking in the terms of there's more than life than money. But okay, you're correct.
Not in the United States. So I shouldn't say that, but
here,
jokingly,
let me
our country is completely driven by.
Let me ask this point really quick. If it's so important to stop the spread, right? If it's so important, the science is on the left side, right? Let's say the science is on your side. Why is it we can go out and protest and it evolve into riots?
Because the virus respects the protest, and it will not spread in a protest. I mean, we've seen it at Portland. The virus doesn't spread that much, right? I mean,
dude. Hey, did you hear? So did you hear about that thing that in Portland? I think it was in Portland about that little. I don't even know
the twerking session where everybody was
did
just
you
having
say
a twerk
twerking
party.
Session?
Yeah,
No.
that's exactly what I said.
Okay, not the twerking.
I did not hear about that either.
They had
I
a
don't
video
know.
cam on it, like, yeah, this was happening. Protests, BLM, and
They were twerking.
dude.
I didn't see this.
And then the next day they'll be like outside of a church protesting that it's gathering, save those babies, save those. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, that
I'm being gaslit, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what am I seeing here? There's no consistency.
Zero consistency
there
around
is
what's
zero
going on right now.
consistency. That's true for sure.
So that's a big question. That's
Yeah.
the bombshell that where I would say.
Guys, we got 15 minutes.
All right, hold on. All right,
Oh, okay,
so
snap.
no, what I was talking about, there was like a little city, and they said basically no one's gonna govern us. The police is defunded.
Yep.
I think it's in like Portland or somewhere. Where's it at?
It's important.
It's in Portland.
Okay, so that's a real thing. That's happening.
Yes.
Wait, the police are
Yeah.
gone?
The police are gone. They said
I
like you're
think
not
that-
coming in here or something like that.
Yeah,
and then
it's,
someone got shot.
I forget what the zones are called.
Homeowners, guess what? All your equity gone.
What are the zones called? We're getting a reference on.
Yeah, we have our referencer here. I don't think she
We'll
wants to be
get that.
revealed. She may
We'll
come
get
up in
that.
later episodes.
We'll try to find out what those zones are called. But yeah, no, that was happening.
So would you
They were
stay?
trying to run the police out of specific areas. The autonomous zones, yeah. So
you mean
in
Chaz?
Portland, yeah.
Chaz, that's what it was.
In Portland,
Oh,
they've
that's
got the
over, though.
autonomous
They-
zones, yeah.
that's
and
over.
They were trying to,
And
but
the police came back, so I think the police are back. I thought you guys meant
Did they like
they're gone.
override them, or they allowed it, like the people to say, "Ah, we're done"?
Yeah, the police said we are done, and they, you know.
No. The protesters. They said we're done, or the police said.
No, the police forced them out of that.
Okay,
area.
so they over. Yeah.
was
okay.
it the federal
Yeah,
police?
they finally zipped their pants up and put them up nice and tight, and said, "Yeah, time to do business."
All right.
Well, the federal police were guarding the federal building that was being attacked on. Oh, well. Was it being attacked? Was it not being attacked? There were
Who?
commercial grade fireworks being shot towards the federal building. So
He says commercial grade fireworks, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going with IEDs.
They weren't
I saw
not
the
IED.
explosion. I
Were
saw
they
the
IEDs?
Dude, look at the
think they're
videos after the
IEDs.
explosion. That's not like a firecracker.
Well,
What
whatever
are you
it
talking
was,
about? Are you
He may
talking
have
about-
altered the firecracker.
Oh, okay.
He may have taken the powder and packed it a different way.
were they wearing masks?
Were they wearing masks?
Like I
Yes.
said, the virus respects the protest.
You know what? They
That's
were wearing
amazing.
masks. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Good job. They were
No, never mind.
they were wearing
I like this
masks.
virus, but
Awesome.
What'd you say?
I was gonna say I like this virus because it's respectful, but
It's very respectful.
that's be stupid of me to say that.
I just don't understand. And then with those riots, you know that leaked video, cam footage, the body cam footage of the officer came out for George Floyd.
No, I didn't see the body cam footage yet.
Part 2, ladies and gentlemen. This is
Part
why.
2. When was this?
This came out, I think, 3 or 4 days ago. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, who have burned down your whole city, I want to tell you right now, from my mouth, you did it for nothing.
From his mouth, people.
From my mouth, you did it for nothing.
From Pedro's mouth.
The man, okay, so body cam footage goes, right? The officer says, "Show me your hands." Mind you, I will give you this. At the end point of this, I still don't agree with the knee on the neck thing. Obviously, that was brutal and unnecessary. You have 4 to 5 cops on the scene. You can't handle one guy properly. Training needs to be done. But leading up to that, here's the facts. George Floyd was approached. He was giving commands. He was high. He freaked out. He disobeyed those
You know
commands.
he was high?
Huh?
You know he was high?
I don't know he was high. Okay, I take that fact back. But he freaked
I'm
out.
not sure I can believe the rest of this, Pedro.
Well, just
said it was
listen.
a
Watch the cam footage. He freaked out. The cop, I'll give him this. The cop did pull his gun, and upon talking to him, the gun is pointed at his face. Right? Unfortunately, I would definitely be a little scared if a gun is now in my face, because I know what
We've got about 10 minutes left, and if we're going to talk about George Floyd, I don't know if we have enough time for this.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I'm just okay. We'll open it up for the next session. But he made points. He asks to be laid on the ground at one point.
What?
Yes.
He
From the
didn't
body cam
ask
footage.
to have 4 cops piled on him.
I know.
With one in his
He
neck
said, "Lay me down."
for 9
He
minutes.
said, "Lay me down on the ground." He didn't say it verbatim those words. He's like, "I want to be on the ground. Put me on the ground."
All right.
I don't wanna go in
Let
the
me
car.
ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Go
Both
for
of you
it.
guys. Okay? This might be. I don't know if this is disrespectful or not. It might be. But do
Then
you think
don't.
that? Do you think that? Because when I was watching it, I obviously didn't see that part. I saw the second part that everyone saw the first time. But when I was watching it, I was like, the night it happened, people were posting on like Instagram and stuff before all the riots and everything.
Mhm.
I was like, this looks weird. When I was watching, I was like, this doesn't look right.
Well, this is the part where I still agree that cop with his knee on his neck, that guy should get murder. The murder.
No.
charge.
Okay, so but what I'm asking is, do you think that everything that happened in that scenario was legit?
No.
Like
And
just like just everything was happening like right then and there. That's the way.
No, nothing
Are you
about that
talking
was
about
normal.
a script?
I'm talking about script.
Oh, you think it was scripted, the whole thing?
When I was watching it, it didn't look right. That's what I'm saying. It
Nah,
looked weird.
Well, the part that looked weird to me was here. If you put the two camera footages together, the one we got at first and now the leaked body cam footage, the officer with the knee on the neck was not the original approaching officer. The one who started the whole confrontation with George Floyd. Or not confrontation, he started the interaction, right? I don't know how the other guy with the knee on George Floyd's neck was given any kind of control or where he came from.
He's an
Yeah,
officer.
that's the guy from Cash Cab. You know that, right?
You're lying.
No, look it up. That cop is from Cash Cab.
Interesting point. Okay, we're going to look into
just
that,
look it
ladies
up.
and gentlemen. That's super
Zach's
interesting.
laughing. I don't believe him.
No, I'm dead serious. That's him.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, I think it was scripted.
Oh,
It might be
man.
disrespectful. If it is, I'm sorry, but
Scripted? Well,
I
Scripted
think
by
it
the
was scripted.
police
it's not-
officers or George Floyd involved as well?
George Floyd was involved. That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, dude.
No.
Dude, you gotta start looking up different stuff.
well,
It was really weird. From what it could be false. Everyone's putting out information out there.
There's a lot of people putting out information.
I think he was part of the Freemasons.
You think George Floyd was a Freemason?
Yeah,
believe in the
okay.
I think he had.
You don't believe in the
that is-
Freemasons?
there you go.
What? Okay, that's
Believe
another
it.
topic, bro. Yeah. Oh my
They're
god.
not a
we got rings, ladies and
spiritual-
gentlemen. We
Bro,
have cults.
wait.
We have everything going on
The
here.
that is a fact.
The Freemasons?
Yeah, they're real. It's
Yeah, there's
not like a
Masonic
make-believe
temples, dude.
thing.
It's like it's for sure a fact. Like they say they
Yeah,
exist. They
there's
don't
one down
deny
the
their
road.
existence.
Okay.
Anyways,
Entering
from
into
what
weird
I saw, he
territory.
had a Freemason tattoo on his chest, a big one,
Okay.
which is kind of weird. No?
Eh.
Is that kind of weird?
Dude, I'll believe anything now.
So will
I
I.
haven't seen that picture. I don't know.
I
Like
just-
I mean, I think I've seen a picture with him in a wife beater, but I don't think I've seen that picture you're talking about.
All right. Yeah. Anyways, I was just gonna, throw that out there.
Okay.
Who could do something like that? Who could pull something out
Well,
off like that?
well, who agrees that the reaction? Let's just get down to this point. Who agrees that the reaction of burning down their own city was a good one?
Well, I could say this. I'll go from there because when it was happening, I thought the same thing, and I'm just like, man, that's you got to think of it from every perspective.
Yep, there's our relays. Yep, she got it. He's right. It's
Well,
there.
We could put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
My goodness.
All
Can you bring that closer, please?
right, hold on.
What? Okay.
So
Oh, okay. What were you gonna say though?
Well,
Because we're getting down to it.
yeah, what was I gonna say? Dang
You were
it, what was
talking
I
about their
about?
reaction, the initial reaction, and your
okay.
thoughts on it.
Okay, they said I saw someone say, why aren't they doing peaceful protest? And then it shows a picture of Kaepernick on his knee
Mm-hmm.
and saying this is why we can't just have peaceful protests.
Because he
And-
got ran out of the league.
And it didn't really do
It did
much
nothing. Yeah.
except make people a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So peaceful protests are
no longer effective.
They would be the right thing to do. Maybe. I'm not saying, it would be the more positive thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Burning down your buildings and stuff like that sucks, but is definitely a way to get attention.
Mm-hmm.
People getting beat up and
pulled out their cars and killed.
That is ridiculous and stupid.
Yeah.
But
I
think that it is a way to be seen and a way for your voice to be heard. Because
I don't think that innocent people should ever be hurt in the process, though.
It's just like the movies, dude. If you go back in the 70s and watch a scary movie, it's not the same as the scary movies now. If you were to put a 70s movies out today, like the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something, a lot of people would be like, this is dumb. Back then, they were scared. You can't keep using the same tactics and to get the same response. You know what I mean? You have to go bigger and better, basically.
Well,
so I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. And to your point, I don't think burning down the city is the answer.
Okay.
That is not the answer.
Okay.
But to Zach's point, I get that fact too. Like, the peaceful protests are oftentimes not as immediately impactful. A demonstration that has violence behind it will create action faster.
Right.
What it seems.
Well, I think anytime you want to execute something as dramatic as the things they are planning for in a fast manner, I think you have let go of the steering wheel. I think you're losing a little bit of control, because you
talking about the demonstrators, or
the demonstrators? Because I think change, and the dramatic kind of change that they're talking about, should be conducted slowly and with much deliberation.
Well, the reason why they did it was because they wanted punishment for the officers, right?
Well, the guy with the knee on his neck, I think he will, and I think this time not.
They wanted all of them down. They wanted all of them to go down.
Why all of them?
Because that's what they wanted.
All on his body.
That's what they're saying. All of you guys are a part of it. Don't just do one.
But it's not even about that, though. That's not particularly what. But obviously the demonstrations were, the catalyst was George Floyd, but the demonstrations were going on because it's been happening for a long, long time.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like
where getting away with it. People getting away with it.
Yeah, where and when does it end?
Yeah, it's not going to.
The only reason why you could condemn every officer, and this is where I would be on board with you, is because when you're given that much power and that much responsibility in that position, you should be able to de-escalate the situation as much as possible.
Yeah, but what do I mean when I say anything? That? Accomplice in a murder is an accomplice in a murder. They're going to get charged.
Well, these are police. This is what I'm just saying. What one of the police officers should have done is check his pulse. If I'm one of the 3 or 4 officers on that dude's back, check his pulse, and then guess what? If my partner has his knee on his neck, even though he's my higher up, you have to have the moral courage and the fortitude to say, hey, partner, back up. We only need 2 of us. He's already on the ground and he's already cuffed.
Dude, this is so weird. That's part of the video when I was watching it live. Not live, but right after it happened, I was like, dude, this is not normal.
Yes.
They're on his back, or they're on his neck. They bring, out of nowhere, dude, for no reason at all, they bring stretchers. I'm like, dude, I've never seen this happen to someone who's just getting beat up by the cops.
An ambulance was called.
Yeah.
But why?
Because they know that he was. Well, this is the part where he was on drugs. He was on drugs.
Right.
But we don't know that.
Pulled out a stretcher. Dude, they pulled out a stretcher. The guy was still on his neck, and they pulled out a stretcher.
I'm sure
it's like, dude,
they call for medical response. You call for medical response, and a guy's unresponsive, you're going to need a stretcher.
Yeah, if we can get that video, too.
The video I'm talking about?
Yeah, because there's another angle that shows all of them on him.
The first one.
Well, yeah.
Just to see, maybe if anyone wants to comment to think, all right, this looks a little funky.
Yeah, and that's where...
Put the first video up.
That's where I think another big problem that I have with this whole situation is, too, where I would blame Otis on the city or the state that was in, Why in the world would you hold back all the footage? You need to give the public everything right now that you have, so that burning down of the city doesn't happen, so that we are talking about the right thing. I don't think it
matters, dude.
It does matter,
There's about 45 seconds left. I just want to say that I don't think it was a conspiracy. I think
it was.
That the police office, there was a couple police officers who initiated, and like you said, Pedro,
Mhm.
there were other officers who didn't have the guts to stand up and be like, hey, get off this man. He doesn't need all of us on him.
And I'll just end by saying I think they knew each other, and there's pictures of George Floyd with his daughter. We know some of the history that those two had to be behind each other.
Who knew each
I
other?
think
Who knew each other?
the cop with his knee on his neck
Because he was a
and George
bouncer.
Floyd.
He was a bouncer.
And he was an
Oh
adult.
my
He was an adult
gosh,
film
dude.
star. He was an
Come
adult
on,
film
bro.
star.
Who?
George Floyd.
I've
You've
not heard
got
that.
to be
Allegedly.
kidding.
I have not
Allegedly.
heard that.
He was allegedly an adult film star.
I've allegedly heard that
And
he was
there's
a
a
follower
picture-
of Christ
and
and
there's-
he served the community.
Well, yeah, people can change. I'm not condemning him for that.
Hey guys, thanks for listening. As you heard, our 40 minutes expired at a pivotal moment in the discussion, and that is by design. You probably noticed that the three of us have wide-ranging opinions on most of these topics, but when it comes to George Floyd, we all agree that his death was a tragedy and he should still be breathing right now. The events related to his death they're just inexcusable, and our deepest condolences go out to the Floyd family. It's definitely a difficult topic to handle. So thanks again for listening. Go ahead and drop us a comment and subscribe for upcoming episodes. Links are in the description.